Thank you very much. Oh, I apologize. And the technical controller, Robert Crawford. Sorry, Robert. And on platform 2, the referees, Claudia Nagata. Claudia?
Welcome back to Tokyo, Japan for the IPF 2019 World Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. And the action is getting underway again here. We will be having all the junior women here this afternoon. We've got the 63 kilo and the 84 kilo women first up, and then we'll have the 72s and the 84 pluses here on platform 1. And of course, a massive thank you to our sponsors, Alico. They are just absolutely amazing, the support they've given this sport for so long now. Uplift, who came on board a little while ago, one of the greatest and finest online coaching platforms in the world, bringing coaches and athletes together, quality coaches for athletes from all around the world. And of course, SBD, some of the greatest equipment you can find on the planet for powerlifting. And we are underway with Sagaya Tomomi from Japan, looking to open her campaign here today at 57.5 kilograms. So we're into the juniors this afternoon. We watched the sub-juniors earlier today, and this afternoon we'll be having the juniors. The absolute future of this sport. Very, very smooth pathway on that one, and that should be a good lift.
Good lift.
And it is, with 3 white lights. Our next lifter, Rachel Leck from Great Britain, looking to open her campaign at 60 kilograms.
Bar is loaded.
So The bar's loaded at 60 kilograms for Rachel, just a smidge under her best lift of 62.5. And that should be a good lift. It's on the board. And we're getting underway. And I'll welcome to the commentary box here, Mark Giles. He's going to join me in the commentary box today. How has your day been so far?
It's been good, Gary. I've refereed this morning. Been a good day. Been some great lifting.
You competed earlier in the week as well?
Yeah, I competed yesterday.
So you've been busy?
Been busy. More refereeing later. And I'm coaching and refereeing later on in the week, so I've got a busy
week. Lily Szabo from Hungary now, looking for 65 kilograms. We have 4 years experience under her belt. And this should be an easy opening lift. She's lifted 75 before. Super tight setup.
Beautiful.
Yeah, short bar path. Doesn't have to move the bar too far.
Textbook benching, Gary. Textbook benching.
Absolute on the money.
Next up from Canada,
Chantel Chong from Canada, looking for 75 kilograms.
Bar is loaded.
Chantel Chung, 3 years competing, 23 years old.
Yeah, this is the absolute future of powerlifting right here. The sub-juniors and the juniors. This is where it all begins.
Definitely. Some great lifting. Exciting to watch as well, Gary.
It's been absolutely outstanding today. I mean, you look at some of the numbers that men and women in the sub-juniors and juniors are lifting, and it's just absolutely outstanding.
Chantel.
Yeah, making that opening lift. Very good lift selection for an opening lift there.
Comfortable, comfortable. Are you enjoying Tokyo?
I have been enjoying it. It's been fantastic. The hospitality's been wonderful.
The food.
We've been really well looked after.
Food's great.
Absolutely. Well, I eat just about anything, so heavyweight powerlifter. Put food in front of me and we'll eat it.
Exactly.
Moka Yamano from Japan, looking for 85.
Big opener for a little lady.
Yeah, it's a big number for this weight class. She's lifted up at 92.5 and 95s before, so it should be a fairly comfortable lift.
Yep.
And the Japanese lifters with a fantastic history of bench press. Very controlled. Great light touch.
Yeah,
probably wasn't
technique.
as fast as you'd like it to be for
Nah.
an opener.
A little bit slow off the chest, but she'll come back.
Next up from Poland.
A little bit of nerves, maybe.
85 kilos
Yeah, you've got to get those
bar.
first lift nerves out of the range, especially for the juniors too. They don't have decades of experience in the international platform. Claudia Nowak from Poland,
Polska.
85 kilograms. These are big numbers for 63 kilo junior women.
Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. A lot of lads out there will be happy to press in this.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Big wide setup there with the feet, Gary, getting stable.
It's just a very wide foot set. So it works well for her.
Yep, whatever works.
Good lift.
Great technique.
3 white lights on the board. Brianna Johnson from USA,
Platform 1, bar is
85 kilos as well. We're going to have a battle for those medals.
Bill Hennessy with her there, American coach. Robert Crawford, TC.
Yeah, we've talked about the American coaching a few times over the last few competitions. Their lift selections for their athletes are always so spot on the money. And that one was as well.
Being a coach, it's really hard, Gary, to know what they're, especially with America, they won't be doing squads. They've just got to trust the lifters, what they can do.
Yeah, look, when you work with the national team, sometimes you don't get to work with the athlete a whole lot until you get to the competition. So you've got to build that trust very, very quickly.
And a lot of the time, it's looking at them in the warm-up room and judging that opener, because a lot of them just overestimate what they'll do after travelling halfway around the world.
And you've got to take into that travel account,
Definitely.
especially coming from the US. Shirilova from Russia.
Oh yeah.
Very nice lift and another very, very wide foot stance there.
Yeah, it seems to work.
And I would imagine she's probably an equipped lifter as well. Something we often see in equipped lifting, a bit of a wider foot position.
Yep. It just stops them hips moving up. Kazakhstan.
Anastasia Zabina from Kazakhstan, 95 kilos. That's a monster opening lift.
Monster.
And she has a monster personal best as well.
Some great Kazakhstani lifters here this week.
We have heard the Kazakhstan national anthem a lot of times today. They have been absolutely on fire.
They've also got a great junior program in their country.
And developing junior athletes is such an important part of any sport.
Yeah. Another wide stance.
Gets that chest up super high, and that was a fantastic lift. She's going to be very, very hard to beat.
Very hard. She keeps the elbow, rather than any tuck, just keeps the elbows right under the bar. Boom.
Hannah Bryan, USA. We're into the 84 kilos now. Hannah Bryan opening with 100 kilograms.
23. Last year in the junior.
And that's just demonstrating her experience and the coaching there. She's taking the time to tell her spotter how she wants to lift out. Can make such an enormous difference to your performance, getting that bar placed in just the right position where you want it.
Definitely, especially with the big setups and getting the arch. They've got to get the bar out perfectly to where they want it. Not too soon, not too late.
And she's got those feet right back. Very nice bar path.
Comfortable.
And she gets two red lights, and
Hips.
I think that might be from the feet not sitting
Yeah,
on the
I
ground.
saw that. I saw the feet as well.
Yeah, with those feet as back as far as she's got them, she just couldn't quite get them flat on the ground.
The hips were fine. So, Natalie Richardson, USA, coached by the great Jonah Leo, my good friend.
Well,
Natalie's from.
She should have plenty of experience.
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
So opening at 102.5.
She's from Dakota. I can't remember whether it's north or south at this moment, but Jonah will be watching. Hello, Jonah. Oh yeah, brilliant.
102.5 doesn't pose any problems.
Looks to have plenty more there. She'll be lifted in the equipped as well later on in the week.
Yeah, she does equipped and raw. She's lifted well above that. She did a 107.5 last year at the Nationals, so.
Yeah.
And that was a year ago, so she's made a lot of progress since then.
As they do at this age. Halliland.
Norway, 107.5. So Richardson and Helland are going to try and battle this out for the gold medal, I think, today.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. It's Celine. Again, another country with a great junior program, Norway. Very technical, very great technical lifters.
Yeah, very nice.
Beautiful.
Really used the backward motion of the push there to get some speed up.
Hips.
Yeah, two red lights there from the side referees,
Hips,
and I would
maybe?
say,
Yeah,
you
hips,
can
yeah.
see her hips lift right up there on the push. So they'll fix that in the break.
She'll come back stronger.
Tomomi Sagaya from Japan.
These
looking
opening,
at 62.5.
these opening lifts are crucial because now that's going to. She's either going to move up or just keep her where she is, just to get the lift in. It's a tough decision for the coaches. Yes, they're keeping her where she is. So the American
Yeah,
ladies
it's always
got
a hard decision with that one. You know, when you know that they handled the weight okay. I mean, if it was an open lifter with 10 years of experience, you might be tempted to put it up a little bit, knowing they could handle the weight.
Myself, I will never move any. If they miss, they take it again every time.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with powerlifting. You have to record a lift. They've just picked up the misload there, and the screen changes over to 62.5.
Yeah, it was a screen. It wasn't the.
Yeah, so the screen didn't roll over to the second lift, so the spotters loaded what was on the screen.
Sasha's getting the telling off from Gaston.
Gaston's walked over and make sure he knows.
It wasn't the loader's fault, Gaston. It was the. It was a screen. It did say.
And the loader's doing a fantastic job out there. It is a tough job out there. They're working super fast.
Yeah.
They're working very, very quickly, and all they do is load what's put on the screen.
Exactly.
And if the screen says 57.5, they put that on the bar.
Yep. The hardest job in powerlifting.
Whilst we're waiting, of course, welcome to the commentary box. Now you have a number of roles in the IPF. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
As for Great Britain, I coach the Great Britain equipped bench team. I'm a referee. I'm a Category 2 referee. I write for the magazine, so I send Chris a few articles now and again. I do some commentary. I've done announcing. I've done everything really.
You are all over doing everything. That's
all
fantastic.
over doing everything.
So we'll be drawing on your coaching experience while we're watching this today. And it looks like we've got everything sorted out now. So 62.5 should be on the bar for Tomomi Sugaya from Japan. Still a little bit of movement from the jury panel.
Still not sure what's going
referee. And this can be a tough moment for an athlete.
Yeah, the
nerves. And you can see Tomomi getting a little bit stressed over there.
Yeah. Oh, she's missed the lip for some reason.
I know. What they'll do now is, I think they'll move her to the end of the round. Because she's been standing there in a wrist strap for so long.
Yep.
And the amount of stress placed on an athlete waiting that long. And of course, you time yourself to be ready adrenaline-wise for when bar's loaded. And when that happens, you've got to wait around. You lose that emotion and that edge.
That edge, yeah.
So we'll load the bar to 65 kilograms for Rachel Leck from Great Britain.
She came second at our nationals.
Yeah, and I think this should be a personal best. I think she did 62.5 at the nationals.
She did, yes. And my girl from my club beat her at the nationals. But I won't say that. She'll get this, I'm sure.
She's worked hard, but she's stuck with that technique so well.
Yep.
And just trusted in the technique, and it worked for her.
That was right on the money. PB, big smiles. Coached by
done.
Dan McGee today. Young Dan.
Lily Szabo from Hungary, looking for 70 kilograms. These numbers are getting huge for 63 kilo junior lifters.
Incredible. Incredible. 63 juniors, I'm going to say 100 kilo.
If you're an open lifter and you're watching some of these junior women, you're thinking, God, I hope I'm a Masters by the time they get into the Opens.
Without a doubt.
And she gets a good call. It'll be interesting to see what they call on her feet there.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Yeah. It's been okay, so it's a good lift. Chantal Chong will be our next lifter from Canada at 80 kilos.
I think with the feet, Gary, I think as long as they don't move.
Look, and the referees are really, really good, and you know from your experience, really good at knowing the difference between feet not sitting flat on the floor and the curl of the shoe and the curl of the foot.
Okay, definitely. Chantal Chung, Canada.
Now, this will equal her best lift. I think she did 80 kilos quite a while ago at the Canadian Nationals, so she would have progressed a lot since then. I love the unpredictability of junior athletes.
Fantastic.
We don't have 10 years of historical data on them.
Oh,
yeah, look at that.
Beautiful.
That was absolutely textbook on that one.
We can improve so quickly at this age, you know.
The add-ons is just so incredible.
Unbelievable.
And it's a combination of strength and technique.
And, learning to bench press.
Yeah, and it is. It's something you have to learn. Claudia Nowak from Poland, looking at 87.5. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. It's very different than going to the gym and, you know, knocking out 10 reps on a bench. I mean, you've really got to learn how to bench press in powerlifting.
Definitely. Get it technically perfect. Keep the judges happy. Keep the referees happy.
Beautiful light touch on the chest.
Oh,
That was
fantastic.
absolutely superb. Just touched it to her chest, steadied it quickly.
Next on from the USA, Brianna Johnson.
Absolutely spot on the money.
86.5.
So Brianna Johnson from USA now wants 87.5 to equal her best lift.
Let's go, Brianna.
Yeah, look, her 85 absolutely flew up. And they've taken a nice conservative little jump, nothing too big. You know, she's sitting in a nice position in the bronze medal and putting herself in a nice little spot to take a run at the silver. Very well done.
Yeah,
you can hear the coach yelling to hold it and wait for that rack command.
Yep.
That's something you see occasionally in junior lifters get a bit excited.
As do all lifters.
Yeah, juniors,
Cheers.
opens, masters.
Masters.
We all get excited.
We all get excited.
Chiralova from Russia looking for 87.5 as well.
Just nice steady jumps.
We've got quite a few girls here just sitting around those same numbers. You're going to be trying to battle it out on that last lift for the medals. Absolutely fantastic.
Good
A very, very nice demonstration there.
Yeah, again, the poles, great technicians.
Maika Yamano from Japan, 90 kilograms.
So close, this group. It's going to be a great battle.
Yeah, so that's a 5 kilo jump. That's a fairly reasonable size jump for this weight class in this age category. But this will be enough to push her up those rankings. And just might give her the edge.
She's got to push because she's actually the heaviest of the top
so
five.
she has to lift more
Than the
to
rest.
get into those medals.
Definitely. And the thing is here, do they play it safe and just get the 90 kilos in, or do they try and push it to the limit?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we see some changes in those last lifts, because as you know, in bench only, you can change that last lift.
Yep, you've got two changes.
Make a couple of changes and play a few tactics. It's an interesting technique, the way she rolls the wrist coming down and then rolls them back over coming up. I'll see what's worked for her. She gets the white lights and it's worked. It looked a little heavy though.
A lot of the Japanese lifters you watch, Kadama, Daiki, good friend of mine, the thumb never seems to be in contact with the bar. You know,
yeah, they've got quite an interesting grip on the bar and the roll of the bar.
The grip's always with the fingers rather than the old hand.
Anastasia Zhabina from Kazakhstan now.
Wow, 100 kilos.
100 kilos, junior under 63 kilo lifter. So the record is 133. Extremely flexible, gets that chest right up high. Very, very smooth, sticks to the bar path and gets the three white lights.
Just brilliantly.
She's got a very, very good technique. She's really sort of playing as close to the rule as she can with those hips.
Yep, and keeps the forearms right under the bar for the whole lift. A lot of the times lifters let it drift almost behind the bar.
Quite interesting. I mean, we talk to athletes quite a bit about keeping your forearm under the bar, and that's where the power comes from. So Hannah Bryan now from the US of A.
She had a foot problem, I believe, last time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she couldn't get those feet flat on the ground.
Actually,
I'd say they would have made a few little adjustments out the back.
It wasn't a strength issue, Gary?
No, she handled the weight without any problems.
I'm not a fan of that foot position at all, but if it works for her.
We've got 105, so she's opted to go up in weight.
Nah,
Yeah, she's just
no,
all
not-
over the shop with that bar
They're
path.
not going to give her the start command, Gary, because of her feet. She's got to get her feet right.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift.
We'll have a bit of a look on the replay. Yeah, there's a big risk too. I mean, she missed the 100 and they went up to 105.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but
And it's really important
yeah.
for your mindset to be confident when you go out with a second lift that you've missed the first one.
Mhm.
So now Halloran from Norway looking for 107.5. You know, it's interesting. Hannah Bryan's best lift, I think, is 107.5.
Yeah, and
in
they
the
took her all the way.
Nationals
Yeah,
last year.
they just,
So they're playing right on the edge there.
you know, and there's a medal at stake. I'd have kept her on 100, but that's hindsight's 20/20, as they say, and that's
Halloran just struggled a little bit too much there with that 107.
and she's already missed it once. So,
We've got two lifters in the 84s now that have just got themselves into all sorts of trouble. And, you know, we talk to athletes all the time and other coaches about the importance of opening a little bit on the conservative side and guaranteed getting that one on the board. You want to know when you walk out for that first lift that, you know, even on a bad day, I can get this.
yeah, exactly. You know, and a technique was a little bit off then. It always, like I said, they came behind the bar.
If you pick a little bit more conservative weight, if something goes wrong, your technique's not quite right, you can still muscle your way out of it.
Exactly.
Right now, though, Natalie Richardson,
Let's go, Natalie.
107.5. She's having a great day, and she's put herself in that gold medal position by being consistent, and that one was too.
Jonah will be proud of her. Jonah will be proud of her. Great lifting, Natalie.
So she has put herself in a position now where she's pretty much guaranteed herself the gold. So now we come back around for Tomomi Sugaya for 62.5 for her second lift. At the start of the round, there was just a little bit of a technical issue. So they moved her to the end of the round to let her regather.
Compose herself, just get this lift in.
Yeah, and you could see when she was waiting on the sidelines that she was starting to get a little bit on the stress side.
Yeah.
You could see the emotion starting to rise.
So young, Gary, so young.
It's
20
great to see
20
that the
years old.
referees and the jury panel looked after that side of her her sport as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So 62.5. This is her second lift. She timed that press command absolutely perfectly.
Perfectly.
Good lift.
Fantastic
2-1-1.
lifting.
It was so much on the line. I think Gaston gave a red light for maybe almost jumping that command there. So now we'll come back round for third attempts.
So tomorrow's going to will she have to follow herself here?
Now, if she follows herself, they'll extend the rest period.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll have a few minutes rest
And I
here.
think Gaston's just sorting that out now. So if a athlete has to follow themselves, they'll actually extend the rest period. So, yeah, 4 minutes. So Gaston's just announced to the jury that there'll be the 4-minute rest. So Tomomi can recover enough to follow herself, and we'll start the round again. So we have 4-minute rest. Now, she can come out at any time she wants in that 4 minutes.
Exactly.
She doesn't have to take the 4-minute rest.
Exactly.
You know, and you will occasionally see some athletes go, you know what, I haven't used that, I'm good to go. But I imagine Tomomi will use most of that
I think she will
rest
be.
time
Yeah.
as well.
It was. It looked close to a limit, so she's going to give herself a bit of time.
So we've got a big week of lifting. Is there a session you're looking forward to the most this week?
I look forward to all of it. You know, I like to see. I'm biased. I like to see my own lifters
Can we start the clock?
actually, but my great friend Jonah Leo's lifting next Saturday, and
Oh, fantastic.
you know, I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for him. I want to see him take that 4th world
Bar
title,
loaded.
and because he's such a great ambassador for the sport, and he's such a great man. I won't be actually saying that when I actually speak to him. There'll be the words out. I'm never so polite. You know, but look at, of course, Jen Thompson's lifting. And
Oh, she is, yeah. That'll
Yeah.
be fantastic. Everyone loves watching her lift. And it's such a great week. We've got classic and equipped in the same competition. Absolutely fantastic.
yeah, so a couple of these lifters are doubling up. Annette, who lifted yesterday, the Danish lady, She lifted a world record 130. She's actually going to go into the Open and take on Brenda Van Mullen,
Wow.
which will be some lifting.
It's that's a great event. So we get to not only get to see some of these lifters lifting the raw, we're going to get to watch them later in the week lifting equipped as well. You know, and that's got to be taken into account, managing themselves and their coaches managing them as well. We've seen a few lifters already this week that have put the numbers on they needed for gold medal and opted not to take the rest,
Dennis yesterday,
saving themselves for, you know, if you don't need to use all that energy.
Yeah, Dennis came out, did one lift yesterday, won the 93s.
It was enough to win.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do the other two, which I, you know, when you're lifting equipped and raw in the same week, it's a smart move. And he did the sportsmanship thing, left his numbers in there so the guys got the minute rest as well.
Exactly. Yeah, people don't understand that. They say, oh, we should, but no, leave the minute, give the lifters more time.
It's a sportsmanship thing,
of course.
And powerlifting, I think, is one of those sports in the world where everyone wants to see everyone succeed. You know, you'll watch someone breaking a world record, and 5 minutes later they're watching someone beat their world record and cheering them on to beat it.
Well,
that's fantastic.
and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You know, if somebody's lifting to beat me, I'm backing him. I'm backing him to get that lifting. I don't want
everyone stands behind
fail.
everyone here. So it's actually a fantastic sport, and it's always great to come to these events because we catch up with so many people we know that we haven't seen for a while.
Definitely.
And all the athletes know each other from around the world. Lots of friendships built. It's one of those giant families.
Yep.
And this week the family's over 1,000 people.
Big.
That's a massive week of lifting, over 1,000 athletes.
It's great that they've you know, married the two together, the equipped and the raw. You know, people will be able to see both sides of lifting. It might encourage more people to do equipped in the future.
Yeah, look, and I think it's going to be great for the spectators watching this online as well, watching this live stream, that they can actually see, you know, what goes into being a bench presser as well on both raw and equipped.
Exactly.
So we're down to 1:20. She's got plenty of time left. And you can see her waiting in the wings there, just getting her composure where it wants to be, using up that time.
Doing a great job. Spotters and loaders, really quick and efficient.
And they're getting better and better every session. They're getting
every session
quicker. You know, and it's hard. You know, I mean, these international events, we've got, you know, multiple different languages being spoken all over the place, and you know, there's always lots of communication issues, but everyone manages it very, very well.
And I recognise a couple of the lads from Equip Benching that they're going to lift later on in the week. The young man who's managing Platform 2, very good lifter, and he's
I mean, everyone gets involved in every part of the sport. So Tomomi now just getting that last wrist wrap on to come out. I don't think she's quite realised she was able to come out. And that's, I mean, that's something coaches have to be on top of with junior lifters.
Yep.
Getting them ready. She's left it super close. Gets in there with 2 seconds to spare. But the 65 was just a bit too much.
It was a tough day for her.
Yeah, look, I think the emotion took its toll a little bit. I think any other day she'd hit that 65. You know, and that's one thing as an athlete and a coach you've got to learn to manage.
Rachel Leck, Great Britain.
Looking for 67.5.
A 65 would look tough, so hopefully she can find something and get this lift on.
Yeah, I mean, this is 5 kilos above her best lift, so
it's all good, and it's on the world stage too. That's what you got to remember.
Yeah, and that does. I mean, that does take a toll. You know, the amount of adrenaline that you're burning, even out in the warm-up room, can sap your energy very quickly. And it's just a little bit too much for her today.
But she had a good day. She's smiling. Come to the World Championships.
Yeah, look, she got World Championships. She got a personal best on the world stage.
2 lifts in.
Lily Szabo from Hungary, 75 kilograms.
Oh, come to the wire now. There's going to be some battles now, Gary.
You can already see we've seen a few last lift changes here.
Yeah. There'll be some more, yeah.
Coaches are out the back looking at people's body weights and looking to see how much they have to lift.
Lily Szabo. I wonder if she's any relation to Agnes Szabo, the great Hungarian lifter.
Lifting does tend to run in families.
Yep.
And it's just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
These girls pushing themselves to the absolute limit for these last lifts.
Looks a little bit disappointed, but I don't know why. She's done great today. Chantal Jong, 82.5. Conservative jump again.
Yeah, look, she's done 75, added 5 kilos for a second, and now just a small one.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
You know, come here, trying to put three lifts on the board. And this will be a personal best as well.
Let's go, young lady. You can do this.
And that's a nice way to finish a world championship. You can get a personal best.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, she's
Come
going
on.
to drive this one through. She does. She used that technique so well. And she gets the white lights.
Textbook benching now, Gary. Textbook benching.
Right, Shirilova from Russia is 90 kilos.
Platform 1, bar is loaded.
And even though she's got some lifters lifting more ahead of her, they still have to put those on the board. So 90 kilos puts her in 5th, but depending on following lifts, she could find herself moving up the rankings.
Just get one on the board. Just get one on the board.
And this is probably a smart card. 87.5 wasn't the fastest lift. A little bit of a scream there as she pushes that up. She gets the 90 on the board.
Oh yeah.
2 white lights.
2 white lights is enough to go on the board with that one.
Next up from Japan,
Maika Yamano from Japan, 92.5. So she needs to put this on the board.
She definitely
is heavier.
The heaviest lifter.
So if she doesn't put this one on the board, Shirilova moves up a placing. Her lifts have looked pretty good so far. A roll of the wrist. And just a little too heavy.
Too heavy.
So that 92.5.
The door is
couldn't
open.
complete. So Shirilova actually moves up into 4th now with some Nowak to lift now with 92.5.
Yes, this is going to put her in silver. If she gets this, she'll be in silver medal position.
Shirilova now is just waiting to see what happens. She could find herself moving up. There's a 5 kilo jump.
She couldn't drop the weight, obviously, because she's...
Yeah, she's a fraction heavier than Johnson.
Yep.
So she needs the 92.5.
Needs a 92.
And it's just a little too heavy. And Shirilova played that smart card, putting a number on she knew she was going to hit.
Mate, that a 90 would have been a good call then for that young lady.
Now she's just rolled up into the bronze medal position. She was in 5th after she hit the 90. Now she's rolled up into the bronze medal. Now Brianna Johnson from USA wants 92.5 as well.
This is a must lift. This is a must lift for Brianna.
And this is for the silver medal. She's been very, very good so far. And she's got that one to the top. And that should be 3 white lights, and it is, so she'll take home the silver medal.
Fantastic lifting.
She'll take home the silver. Shirilova will take home the bronze. And Zabina from Kazakhstan will take home the gold and still has 1 lift to come. 102.5.
Platform 1, bar is loaded.
Big lifting.
So 102.5. She's lifted more than this in the past.
Platform 1, bar is loaded.
Will she take it?
She might actually choose to use the extra rest and save herself for the equip. She doesn't need to lift it. She doesn't need to lift this one. She already has the gold medal. It's locked up. She's going to let that clock run down.
Just give these 3 young ladies in the...
Yeah, make sure the other 3 athletes aren't rushed into it.
Yep, in the 84 class.
Yeah, so smart move, hanging on to a bit of energy for the equip later in the week.
First up, we've got Hannah Bryan. This is a must-make. She's had problems with her feet.
Yeah, this has been a tough session in the 84s. And two of the athletes, you know, who are sitting in positions to challenge for any of the three places, have now found themselves in a position where they might not register a lift. So Anna Bryan will look for that 105 again. She had problems at 100, missed the lift. They went up to 105 for the second, having not registered a lift. And now the pressure on an athlete, having missed your first two lifts.
Phenomenal.
And at any age group, this is a lot of pressure. At a junior level, it's just doubled. So Hannah needs this to secure a medal.
All or nothing, Gary. All or nothing.
You just have to give everything you've got with this lift. So her feet look a lot better on this one.
I think they've got that right this time.
She's got their chest up super high. Gets the start command quickly, which is good. A quick press, but it's just too much. Not the best way to finish your day. And she'll be extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
If she's competing later in the week in equip, that's really going to play on her mind. And now in the same situation, Halland from Norway looking at 107.5.
She's just got to get these elbows right.
Twice.
She just took it, misgrooved it last time. She's telling the spot just to get it right. When they do these big setups, they just got to get that bar in the right place, Gary.
Just got to get that line, get the bar path exactly right.
Yeah. They're not like us old style benchers who can drop it from anywhere and press it. these are technicians. These are technicians.
And you know, but you're right. I mean, it's a very different lift now. It's very technical. And it was so much better.
Yeah.
Everything was in line there.
Perfect. Yes.
And she'll put that one on the board and gets a silver medal.
That was perfect.
Which she put herself under a lot of pressure, but she managed to save her skin there. Good coaching. She listened to her coach. So now the gold medalist,
Natalie Richardson, gold medal, USA, gold medal, Leo strength.
10 kilograms. And she picked her lifts very, very well. Came out and did her job. Hasn't been under any pressure. Oh, and she puts that one away as well.
Amazing lifting from Natalie. Congratulations.
She put that one to bed and gets the 3 white lights and a gold medal. Well done. So plenty of up and down throughout this session, but don't disappear because we're going straight into the 72 kilo and the 84 plus. And we've got some big numbers on the board.
Oh, yeah.
And we look like someone, we've got an opening record in the 72s at 116.5.
Vilma, 110. This is going to, oh.
So right now, Kinga Gal from Hungary is opening at 55.5. Ah, look at that. That was easy.
Sensible. 2 in the group. Make sure
that she has lifted well above that in the past.
Sensible lifting, Gary. Just get the medal.
That was a really smart opening lift, that one. I mean, she lifted 60 kilos last year at the European Classic Powerlifting Championships and in the Bench Classic Championships as well. So 55 was a good, safe opening lift.
Toka Hanover, Kazakhstan, 65 kilos. Again, I should think this will be comfortable, Gary.
Yeah, I would absolutely think so. I mean, she's lifted well up into the 80s. And these are smart opening lifts, being conservative, knowing that doesn't matter, even if something goes wrong, I can still manage this lift very easily.
Well, she could have done that for 20 reps, I think, Gary.
Yeah, look, it was more like she was coming out for a warm-up there.
Very nice.
How many do you want me to do, Coach?
Yep.
Amanda Wall from Canada wants 80.
Big team this week, Canada. Nice to see.
Tell you what, it's great to see so many nations competing this week. So Amanda Wall wants 80 kilograms.
Nice setup again, Gary.
Yeah, nice and tight through the midsection there.
Beautiful.
Got a little bit wobbly on the part of the chest there, but she managed to correct that very, very quickly.
Next up from Great Britain, Sophia Ellis.
Sophia Ellis from Great Britain, 87.5.
Young Sophia.
Platform 1, bar is loaded.
Dan McGee's coaching her again.
23 years of age, quite new to powerlifting, only been competing for a year.
Yep. There's 2 platforms today, so I think Sheridan will be on the other platform, the head coach, with some other lifters, so it's a matter of teamwork.
You can almost tell when you watch an athlete, a junior athlete come out, you can almost tell when they've got an experienced coach. It's the little things. I mean, the athlete will come out and talk to the spotter and tell them where they want the bar. It's all those little things that the coach adds in. And that was a fantastic opening lift.
Beautiful.
Good lift.
France will be our next lifter. So we're just waiting for
Our next
the
lifter
screen to
from
change
France,
over for the spotters and loaders. So Camille
90 kilos.
Pala from France, looking for 90 kilograms.
Platform 1, bar is loaded.
So well under a personal best. Should be very comfortable. So a lot of our sub-junior and junior athletes are school students and university students. So managing their sport and their studies. And a lot of nations now have adding in fantastic school and university powerlifting programs.
Strong.
Yeah, on the money with that one.
Good lift.
3 white lights.
Next up from the USA,
Anne-Marie Bremner, USA. I just saw a coach in the back there. It's Jean the Machine Bell. And if you don't know who Jean Bell is and you're a power lifter, shame on you. Shame on you. A legend of the sport.
Seen that face plenty of times over in the corner. 95 kilograms on the bar. With a nice clean lift here, she put herself in a nice position to take a run at the medals if the opportunity shows. Quite close foot position.
They don't like
not
something.
Quite right. Aha, so the referee said that her butt wasn't touching the bench.
That's why she didn't get the start command. Take your time, young lady.
She's still got 20 seconds.
Plenty of time.
And from what we can see, that looks a lot better. It looks like...
I think it put her off a little bit.
Yeah, look, it looks like the stress of having to replace it and restart, and she rushed that restart a little bit. Has thrown her off, and she'll be fine. She'll come back out and hit that.
She'll come back and get that, I'm sure.
You know, I love at this level, at IPF, at international level, referees will still stand up and tell you what the problem is, what we need to fix, communicate with you. You know, they're extremely supportive in this sport.
Martin Mia, Norway, being coached by Kim Gunderson today, a great equipped bencher from Norway.
So 95 kilos on the bar for her as well.
That's what an opener should look like. Fantastic lifting.
Yeah, smooth bar path is on the money all the way through.
Next up from Sweden,
Vilma Olsen from Sweden wants 110.
What an amazing lifter Vilma is. She competed a couple of weeks ago at the European.
A junior lifter, and it's a name we're all quite familiar with.
Competed a couple of weeks ago at the European equipped.
So she'll be
lifted
very, very busy this week. She's the world junior record at 116. She's got the world junior squat record at 190 and the total record.
Lifts raw, lifts equipped, doesn't wear wrist straps.
A couple of years competing and we're already familiar with this name.
Woo! Blew it up there, blew it up.
She has quite a quick descent on her lift as well.
Yep.
Next up from Finland.
Coach
So
Bob.
now we have
116.5
Susanna Toronen from Finland, 116.5 opening.
World
junior
record.
record attempt.
World record. This is big lifting, ladies and gentlemen. Big lifting.
116 and a half.
Bar is loaded.
So she's looking to steal that record from Vilma Olsen. 116 and a half.
See if Vilma's going to
It'll be interesting
go
to see if,
117.
if
Yes,
she wants to
I
take it
called
back
it.
in. She has.
117. I knew it. I know Andreas
You know,
very well.
You know it's a tough competition when you've got to go after records to look at getting a medal.
Yeah.
116.5, that wide foot set.
Again, no wrist wraps, hands out herself.
Sinks it deep into her chest and
Wow.
handles that.
wow, wow.
That was a fast world
Wow.
record, 116.5.
Congratulations to the new world
But
record.
Vilma's not going to let her have it all her own way today.
Starting at 10
So we'll roll back around to the start now for Kinga Gal from Hungary at 62 and a half.
117.5.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, they're going to play a game. Are they going to play a game, or
You
is
know,
she going to push
going
it?
by the way the speed of that bar moved at 116 and a half, I wouldn't be surprised to see her go a little bit more.
Bar is
Yeah,
loaded.
maybe 120 even. Yeah, there we go, 120.
120, really pushing it.
120 junior lifter. A 72 kilo,
72 kilo
Male.
junior lifter.
that would be a fantastic lift.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a fantastic lift. Okay, here we go. Gingagal. Oh, beautiful.
She times that press command absolutely perfectly.
Beautiful lifting.
Next up from Kazakhstan.
She reacts to that press command so quickly.
Very nice.
Bar is loaded.
Uchikira, Kazakhstan. 70 kilograms.
Her opener looked really easy, Gary. This should be comfortable.
Yeah, it moved very, very quickly.
Oh,
She has such a powerful chest.
unbelievable.
You know, she sets herself up in the right position so she can utilize that powerful chest she has. She's not wasting it. She's not trying to do things that she can't do.
Place your strengths, Gary.
Amanda Wall looking for 82.5 kilograms. Only a couple of years competing.
Big lift, 82.5. Conservative jump, 2.5.
72 kilo lifter. She weighed in at 70.64 this morning. So well above body weight. Oh,
Yeah.
smooth all the way through.
Good lift.
She'll put another 2.5 on that.
Next up from France.
85. She got called on a butt, I think, but
Yeah, it looks like it was a foot fault there.
foot fault.
Camilla Ayla from
Platform
France,
Bar is loaded.
looking for 95 kilograms. Getting right up on those shoulders, as high as she can get. She's going to create that super tight system and ensure that her body doesn't move, and all of her power is going to go into that bar. And look at that.
Beautiful
You know,
athleticism
if you
there.
watch that replay, you'll see her body hardly even
Bar is
wobbles,
loaded for Anne-Marie
and
Bremer
all that
from the
power
USA,
is going
95
straight into the
kilos.
bar. Absolutely fantastic. So now we come back around for Anne Bremer.
She got a bit flustered on the.
Yeah, look, I don't think she has any issues with 95. I think she just rushed that second setup. She got
Definitely.
re-racked. You know, and it's one of those things when you're a junior lifter, you've only got a couple of years experience. Those sorts of things really throw you off.
Definitely.
She looks very steady now. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, and she gets 2 red lights. And I'm going to suggest that maybe that was for her butt lifting up.
Bar is loaded.
Can't really tell from our camera angle there. And it was a little bit blocked at the start, so I'm not really sure. But the referees would have actually said to her what it was.
Yep.
So Sophia Ellis from Great Britain, looking for 95. And she's currently in 6th position, but depending on following lifts, 95 could be enough to find her move up the rankings a little bit.
Beautiful press, modern.
Absolutely fantastic work. Coming out, do your job. We talk to athletes all the time about sticking to your game plan. Go out, do your job, put the numbers on the board. Powerlifting is anyone's game.
This is a must make.
Yeah, 100 kilograms on the bar for Martine Muir.
She needs to get this.
So this will equal her best lift.
This will move up to the bronze medal position.
Yeah, if she get this one on the board, she'll slide up the rankings a little bit. It got tough in the middle there, but she looks like she pushed it through, and she did. She gets the 3 white lights. That was an important lift for her. And now another world record attempt. Vilma Olsen has said, you know what? I'd like it back, please.
Anything you can do,
I can do better. Vilma Olsen wants that record back. So world junior record, this will be her best ever lift. She did the 116 to set the world record.
Coach today,
Harden took it at 116.5 and now 117 to take it back.
Coached by my great friend Andreas Lind today.
Yeah, great coach too.
Great coach, great with the numbers.
Yeah, and that's a smart lift. We haven't gone too much over the record. Just the 0.5 per kilo. It's a big jump from 110 though.
Big jump.
She's determined, but it's just a little bit too much off the chest. She just couldn't get the power off the chest there.
Unfortunately, that's a no lift.
Looked like she just didn't quite time the leg drive very well.
A fine lifter, Susanna Torrinen.
And now another world record attempt. Torrinen at 120.
Bar is loaded.
Now,
This is the
has
world
she
junior
added a
record
bit
attempt.
too much on here? 116.5 flew up. And now she's looking for 120.
He looked powerful though, Gary. He looked
It was
really
super powerful and super fast.
Where is it in the chest? And
Yeah, she has one of those techniques that sinks it down into the chest a little bit. And then can use that power coming out. So 120 is well within reason. There it is.
Muscled it up.
And she's got more in the tank. She did 127.5 at the European Championships last year. So she's got the world record at 120. And she might be a bit hard for Vilma Olsen to beat now.
Kinga Gal, 72.5 kilos.
Kinga Gal from Hungary now, 72.5 for her last lift. She'll take home the silver medal.
This will put her in gold medal position.
So she'll
Bar is loaded.
temporarily move up into the gold, with Kazakhstan being forced to outlift her.
She could have gone 70 and took the lead with the coach down to put 72 in.
Yeah, she's quite a bit low. She's at the very, very bottom end of 84 plus. She weighed in at 84.76.
She's probably just moved to upper class.
Yeah, and you watch the junior athletes and sub-junior athletes, and over the years they change weight classes, particularly in the men. We watch the 105s and the 120s today, some of which will be 120 pluses next year, and that 72.5 just a bit much. Maybe 70 would have been a better option.
70 would have been my call there.
Yeah, so you didn't need 72.5.
No, 70 would have been my call. But
So
70 might
she'll
have
take
gone.
the silver medal though.
Yeah, it's silver medal. Great day. World Championship.
And Kazakhstan will have it all their own way and take home the gold medal in the 84 plus, looking for 75 kilograms.
Viva TV again doing a fantastic job with this streaming. Great to see.
The pictures and the angles you guys are watching at home, and we get them too on our screen as well. So we've got the fantastic seat here. We can see it live and we can see the different angles on the screen. And it's all brought to you by Viva TV.
And they get better every competition. Keep improving.
Look at the power in that chest.
She had more there.
75 was conservative, and she's still looking like she's warming up.
Yeah.
She'll go home with a gold medal with that one. She just did what she had to do. Still got some in the tank to compete equipped.
She'll be 100k bencher before long, I'm sure.
So Amanda Wall from Canada now looking for 90 kilograms.
Big jump from 82.5.
What a rather large jump for this weight class and age group.
Maybe for some sort of record, Gary. You know, there's always a reason behind the madness.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, we don't know what the national records are for Canada, so... But that jump just proved to be a little bit too much.
Yeah, I thought they were going to just jump 2.5 again. The 82 looked...
Yeah, 7.5 was a big jump.
Big jump. Big percentage, Gary. 100 kilos going down to the wire. This is going to put her in bronze medal position.
Camilla from France.
All these coaches are mathematicians too.
Yeah, you walk out the back during a competition, you'll see all the coaches around the scoreboard with pens and papers, working out exactly how much their athlete has to lift to move up to a ranking. And it gets even more complicated when you're at a 3-lift event.
It's the pace of bench press is what makes it tough. You know, with
everything turns around very quickly.
Very
you don't
quickly.
have a lot of time to be standing at the board doing calculations. You've got to be able to think very, very quickly.
And with the two changes, it makes it tough out there.
So 100 kilograms. She looks good on both her other lifts. Yeah, and she knew bring that one down. It just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So she'll settle for 95.
I guarantee in France she would have got that. Travelling, it just takes its toll, and these
look,
weights
it
feel
certainly
heavy.
does. I mean, you travel a long way. It does certainly take its toll on the body and the mind. But right now, Anne-Marie Bremer.
Come on, she jumped up 7 kilos. It's all or nothing lift. This will put it into bronze medal position.
She's had problems with both her previous lifts.
They've loaded it wrong.
And they've decided to throw caution to the wind here.
Yep.
And put on 102.5 to try and get into the medals.
Yeah, she took the last lift. It was pretty easy. It was a technical problem.
Yeah, she hasn't had any problem lifting the weight.
She had a bit of bad, you know, she's had a tough call on the first one and beat the start come out.
She needs now to get really fired up for 102.5. She's missed her opening 2 lifts on technical reasons. Now wants 102.5.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Anne-Marie. You got this, girl.
It would be fantastic to see her get this on the board and slide into the medals. The setup looks a lot better. But it's just a little bit too much. Just with everything going on, playing on a mind. Just a little bit too much today. But she certainly gave it everything she had. And I think, you know, at the end of the day, I think that was a good call by the coach to give that a crack.
Yeah.
I mean, she really had nothing to lose. And it could have slid her into the medals.
Yeah, the 95 looked pretty simple before. It's just hip movement.
Martina Mia from Norway now, 102.5.
To consolidate that bronze medal position.
And then the pressure will be on Ellis to lift the 105 for the bronze. Ah, very nicely done.
Powerful, powerful.
He has lots of power and more room to move on that one. So now Ellis is forced to lift 105 because she's the heavier lifter. She has to lift more than her to go into the bronze medal position. And this is a big jump, 95 to 105. In
Come
this
on, young
weight
lady.
class, this is a huge jump.
Let's go, young lady. Strength coach from Great Britain, 23 years old.
105 in the bar for the bronze medal.
Sheridan Ray shouting the orders. Big setup.
Yeah, look, she could just see as she lowered that bar to the chest, it just wasn't the same as her other lifts.
No.
So that gives Mia from Norway the bronze medal now. And now Vilma Olsen has gone to 120 after missing the 117. It's quite an interesting decision.
Maybe it was just a technical thing with Vilma.
She has the silver medal locked up and put away. No one can take that off her.
She's going for gold.
So
going for
unless
broke.
she goes for the 120, she can't even challenge for that gold. So maybe it's an all or nothing.
The amazing Vilma Olsen.
It's Vilma Olsen. If anyone can pull it off, it's Vilma.
Yep. Comianda. Let's go. Everybody in Sweden will be cheering.
Yeah, she looked a lot better on the press. She got a little bit of movement off the chest, but it was just a bit too much. So Toronen is going to take the gold medal, keep the world record, and she's decided she's going to add another couple of kilos to that world record of 122.5 and finish on a massive, massive world record.
Junior lifter.
122.5 junior 72 kilo lifter. She weighed in at 71.04. This is a huge, huge lift.
21 years old.
Be a lot of guys in the gym wanting to be able to lift this weight.
Amazing.
122.5. World record again. I think she's going to drive through it. She gets it to the top. Let's see what the referees have to say. 2 white lights, that's a world record.
Perfect call, perfect lifting.
I don't know if you could see on the camera when she got that lift, it wasn't very clean. The coach wasn't looking very happy, even though she gets a lift. He wasn't happy with the process. So quite the perfectionist. What a fantastic way to end this session with Torrenson stealing that world record 3 times in one session.
Amazing lifting.
And you know it's a tough session when you've got to break world records to have a chance at a gold medal.
Vilma was close, but
she gave it everything she had. She certainly made sure she was pushing her all the way. Don't go too far away. We'll have the medal ceremony very shortly, and there is lots more action to come this afternoon. Thank you, Mark, for joining us in the commentary box, and hopefully you'll be back here again soon, sharing your knowledge with the world.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for your time and all your hard work you're doing, and thank you, VVTV,
very much
for the great coverage again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
straks verder.
The women's juniors under 43 kilo class. In third place, Wada Momoko from Japan, 40 kilos. In second place, Ruggiero Lindsay from the USA, 52.5 kilos. In first place, Alexandrova Oysha from Russia, 62.5 kilos.
Why you not come? Because I'm...
Please stand for the national anthem of Russia.
Because otherwise the light is here.
Congratulations to Russia.
One time I choose, one time he.
In the under 47 kilo class, from Poland, Kula Zuzana, 70 kilos. In second place, from Japan, Miyazaki Yuka, 72.5 kilos. In first place, from Japan, Kikuchi Miyabi, 77.5 kilos. Please stand for the national anthem of Japan.
Okay, thank you.
In the under 52 kilo class, from Norway, Malfield Irina, 77.5 kilos. In second place, from the Ukraine, Dichenko Irina, 85 kilos. In first place, from the Ukraine, Savinska Tetiana, 87.5 kilos. Please stand for the national anthem of the Ukraine. In the under 57 kilo class, from Iceland, Gudniadoti Alexandria Rome, 75 kilos, third place. In second place, from New Zealand, Joe Roche, 80 kilos. In first place, from the UK, Rikun Anna, 97.5 kilos. We stand for the national anthem of the Ukraine. Congratulations to Ukraine. And that completes the medal ceremony for the women's juniors under 43, 47, 52 and 57 kilo class. Thank you.
Music. læt ég myndirnar í kvöld inn á vefinn þinn.
Já. Music, please. So we'll be commencing the medal ceremony for the junior 63 and 84s. So for the under 63 juniors, in third place from Russia, Nadeza Churlova, 90 kilos. In second place from the USA, Brianna Johnson, 92.5 kilos. And in first place from Kazakhstan, Anastasia Zerbina, 100 kilos. Can we please stand for the national anthem of Kazakhstan? Congratulations, Kazakhstan. Next up, under 72 kilos, in third place from Norway, Martine Meyer, 102.5. In second place from Sweden, Vilma Olsen, 110. And in first place from Finland, Susanna Torinen, 122.5 kilograms. Can we please stand for the national anthem of Finland? up, under 84 kilos. In second place, Celine Solstad Halleland from Norway, 107.5. And in first place, from the USA, Natalie Richardson, 110 kilograms. Can we please stand for the national anthem of the USA? Congratulations, USA. Next up, 84 plus. In second place from Hungary, Kinga Gal, 62.5 kilos. And in first place from Kazakhstan, Gulchekra Toykanova, 75 kilos. Can we please stand for the national anthem of Kazakhstan? Congratulations, Kazakhstan. Congratulations to all lifters. Please exit the stage by the front of the stage. Thank you for your cooperation. The next session will start at 7 p.m. on both platform 1 and platform 2.
You must speak with organ.